everybody, it's Robbie, and you are watching Geek Level Asian. I know that I'm super late to the game on this because people have been either finding this item in stores or they were shipped this item before me, but I finally received my Power Rangers Lightning Collection Power Morpher, and today we're going to be unboxing it, but I'm also going to compare it to some other morphers that I have. One of them is the original 90s Morpher, and then the other one is the Bandai Legacy Morpher. But before we get started, like always, go ahead and hit that like button for me. So let's take a look at what this box looks like close up. We're gonna take a look at the outside and then we'll go ahead and swipe it open and take it out. So let's dive right in. I like the package. I like how it's actually like shaped like a morpher. I think that's pretty cool that they did that. I like how they show the coins like this. This is definitely a unique box, the way that they did this. I think it looks kind of similar to the Legacy box, but you know, they put their own spin on it and they use their kind of like two-dimensional art or illustration for the Lightning Collection, and they put that on there. So, I mean, I think that all looks good. You can tell already from the outside, and you probably noticed this already in pictures as well, the Morpher shape is different than what we see on the show, like slightly, and we'll go more into that as we open it up. Let's take a look at the back. So, now this is where I am stoked, and that's the stand. Like the Dragon Dagger, the Lightning Dragon Dagger, it comes with its own stand, and I really like how Hasbro is doing this because, you know, they know that these are for adults. Well, let's see the 8. Is there an 8? Yeah, so 18 plus. They know that these toys are for adults, and we like to display our toys, so they're giving us these stands, and I think that's a great idea. I like how they reintroduced the red button. The Legacy, for some reason, didn't have a red button. I don't know why they did that. And I see here that the coins themselves, and when you put the coin in, it will correspond to a different color for the lights and everything, so the coins themselves actually change the electronics. I think that's a good idea too, because that is actually something that the Japanese toys later on in time, when you use a different, you know, whether it's a key or another item that you use with the changer device, it activates different sounds and noises and colors. So I'm glad that they introduced that into this toy. It comes with all of the power coins, as, you know, like all of the other morphers do. And let's just take a look at the sides. Is there anything interesting on here? Probably not. You know, you get the art. Nothing too interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, let's just read this real quick. So yeah, just five power coins. It says it doesn't come with the batteries. Oh man, I might have to grab some batteries. That's pretty lame if it doesn't. I'm pretty sure every Power Morpher came with batteries. Let's find out. Okay, so I'll just give this little guy swipe right here. We'll open this up. Okay, so let's just pull this out. I'm pulling pretty hard, actually. There you go. Okay, so I already see the holster, which looks very similar to the Legacy holster. Wow, it's actually kind of hard to get out. There you go. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. So we're looking at the inner tray of the Morpher. So just zoom in on that a little bit. So already this thing is gigantic, and you might not be able to tell yet. I will bring over some other Morphers later in the video to compare the size. I can tell that this thing is gigantic. So we got, you know, the holster, we got the stand here. I'm sure that's also part of the stand as well. You got all the power coins. Now the power coins, like the 90s toys, have tabs on them. I don't know how close I can, yeah. See, they have these tabs, but the tabs are actually on top and bottom instead of kind of angled like this, which the actual toys are, from the show. Because on the show, that's basically, the 90s toy is what you're seeing on the show most of the time. So yeah, let's go ahead and take some of this stuff out. Okay, so this all comes up. I'll move this to the side for now. And we're just looking at the tray. So let's take the Morpher out. Wow, nothing about this toy is easy to get out, let me tell you. Okay. So, wow, this is super light. I actually really like how light this is. This is very, very, very light, unlike the Legacy Morpher. I was not expecting that because of how big this is, but that's actually pretty awesome. So this is super light. It's almost as light as the original 90s toy, and I like that. It's got the Power Rangers design, you know, when it comes to the typeface. So like just like on the old show. At first glance, and you may not notice it again yet, I'm not really loving the dimensions, meaning I'll call these the lightning bolts, and this red ring are a strange, maybe width or thickness. They just look too thin to me compared to what the toy's actually supposed to look like, or the Morpher is actually supposed to look like. But I do love how light it is, and let's take a look at the back. Just like the Legacy Morpher, it's got the Zyuranger Z on the back. It has less details. It doesn't have all of the colors. They're supposed to be, you know, the red, yellow, blue, pink, and black on here. They're not on there, but that's okay. I mean, that just opens regularly, just like on the original Morphers. Now, this engraving thing, basically, on this one and the Legacy Morpher, is not on the 90s toy. On the 90s toy, for the American one, there was nothing, but on the Japanese one, there was a sticker, which is actually was, again, more accurate to the show. But that's what this looks like. So let's take a look at the side. We got the red button, like I was mentioning. I don't know if there's batteries. I guess you would have to unscrew this to put the batteries in. I'll hit the button and see what happens. Yep, nothing. Gotta put my own batteries in. Lame. But now that we're on that topic, let's take a look at the lens. The lens is interesting. It looks like scales almost, like they put like scales in there. You know what? When I first saw this, I didn't like that. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's not terrible. It actually looks kinda cool. So I don't hate that. I can't wait to see what all of the electronics look like, but before I do that, let's take out the coins. So I'll just rest this back here. I'll take the coins out. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I was totally not expecting this. With how light this is, these are pretty heavy. These are actual, you know, if you want to call them metals, these are coins, man. These are made of metal. Oh, and cool. Okay. So we got like the helmets on the back. Oh, I just want to see if I can get that in focus. Maybe not, maybe not. But yeah, let's take a look at these. So you got the helmets on the back. It's like zooming now. But yeah, guys, these are actually pretty heavy. That's pretty neat. These are like around as heavy as the Legacy coins. And again, they have the tabs on the top. Maybe there's something in here that makes it correspond differently to the Morpher itself. But again, I'll find out more once I put the batteries inside. So these look pretty cool. These look pretty cool. I like the color of them. You know, I'll compare these later to the other coins as well. These are definitely more the color, I would say, of the 90s Morpher. They're so slippery. The Legacy Morpher, they're more like bronzed almost and rusted looking, which I don't hate. I like that. But yeah, these are definitely, these are unexpectedly heavy, have weight to them, and are really actually made of metal, as opposed to the Morpher, which is made of really light plastic, and I love that. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a screwdriver and put some batteries in here. I'm super lucky because I normally don't have AAAs ever, and I happen to have some Amazon Basics, so I'll throw these in there. Okay, so let's just throw the batteries in here. Hasbro, I gotta say, it is super lame that this doesn't come with batteries, but let's just put these in here. Okay, now let's just cover this battery compartment. Screw this back together. You know, because that's what I want to do. I want to build my toy. Okay. All right, so let's see what these electronics sound like without a coin in it. Let's see what that does. Pretty neat. Shows all the color. I'll do that again. Ooh. You get a nice little closing noise. You get the colors. You'll notice it. They were like white first, and then they did all the colors. Watch. And you get that closing noise. All right, that's pretty neat. I like that, actually. All right, so let's throw a coin in. Let's start with Tyrannosaurus. Okay. Neat. Okay. So it's red. Okay. Oh, got a different noise for when you put the coin in. All right, let's morph. It's morphin' time. I guess it just does that. They, I mean, they love that lightsaber noise, but, so I got the red lights. The original toys have red lights, so I'm guessing they're going to be different colors for the other coins. That's pretty cool. What if I hold this? Does that do anything? No? Let's do it one more time. Okay, so there's one thing I don't like about this. I don't want somebody to say Tyrannosaurus for me. Again, I'm an adult, and this is for 18 and over. But if I was to play with this, I wouldn't want that to happen. I think that's preference. What do you think? Do you like that? Do you like that you hear someone saying it rather than you saying it? Let me know in the comments. Let's do a different coin. So see, it's interrupting me. I wonder if there's a sound when I take it out. There is! That's cool. It, like, powers down. That's pretty neat. Like that. Alright, so pterodactyl. Cool. Same noise, okay. It's morphin' time! Nice. So, they look a little purple, but it's the pink lights. Maybe pink with the green lens turns a little purple, but that's pretty cool. Again, I like how the lights are different when you put in a different coin. I think that's a nice touch. All right, I'm just gonna... Cool. All right, let's move on to Mastodon. Okay, it's morphin' time. Okay, so interesting. I was wondering what they were going to do for this, but they do a very popular thing. So obviously you can't have a light that's the color black, so you almost get this, like, still a purplish type of color, you know, especially coming through the green. You can't even really tell, I think, on the camera, but it's like a purpley type color. All right, so that's what that looks like. Power that one down. Do some saber-toothed tiger. It's morphin' time. Awesome. Yeah, see, that one is clearly yellow. There you go. Or at least yellow coming through a green lens. Looks good. Okay. Power down. Last but not least, my boy Billy Blue. It's morphin' time. There you go. You know, it's kind of growing on me, the fact that it says it for you, but again, like, who doesn't want to shout out their dinosaur name? I guess, you know, that's preference. So, that's pretty much all the coins. Power that down. Alright, so how do I feel about this? You know, I actually like it a lot better than I thought I was going to. I didn't know that it was going to have all these different sounds for when you're twisting the coin in and taking it out. I actually dig that. It seems more like, how do I say this? It seems more functional. It definitely has more of a toy type of feel because, you know, there's it's light. How do I explain this? I can like whip this thing around like the 90s toy. The Legacy toy is very hard to do that with. And the coin falls out very easily because the Z is a button, and when you push that button, the coin pops out. So when you're playing with this thing too hard on the Legacy version, your finger hits that and then the coin pops out. So I like that they brought the tabs back and that each coin, I guess, triggers a different sound. I think that's awesome. Love that. And with all of that said, that's making me not really care about the different type of design and the, you know, the thinner lightning bolts. Although I do wish it looked a little bit more accurate, but I gotta say, the functionality of this toy, kind of like the Dragon Dagger, and I said this in my Dragon Dagger review, there's more options. There's just more to it. There's more to play with, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, very cool. Very cool, Hasbro. I like it. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the holster. I'll take that out. Okay, so the holster looks very much like the Legacy version. It's almost, not quite, but it's almost the same exact mold. These ridges here, you know, these are on the Legacy version. It's got this piece. Looks very similar. So why don't we take the Morpher, put it right in the holster. It even fits in the holster kind of the same way. Obviously it would, but see, now it almost looks and feels like a Legacy because there's more weight to it, but the Legacy is obviously heavier. You know, looks good. It's got the hooks on the back if you want to put it on your belt, which I don't really like cosplaying with toys like this because they're just too big and they weigh your belt down. I'm not saying you can't do that, but look at how much that sticks out. Just sticks out way too much. But yeah. Very cool. All right, let's take a look at the stand. So there's a piece in here that's like kind of hard to get out. Okay, so I have no idea what this does yet. I'm guessing it's part of the stand, which I'll grab right here. So, okay, so this goes, I'm guessing there, like that. I guess that just holds the Morpher in place. So this is what we'll do. We'll put a coin in the Morpher. Let's take it out of the holster. You just pull it out, open that up. Cool. Cool. That in here. And then we put everything on the stand. So I got my Morpher. And you just put this, I'm guessing, on here like this. No, that can't be right. How do you do this? Like that? That's it? It looks like it's gonna like click in, but it doesn't. It kind of just sits. And wobbles. Kind of don't like that, but you know, I mean, it's better than not having a stand, I guess. And then you have all the places for the other coins. Let me put that on here. I'll just kind of put them anywhere. Okay. Pterodactyl, I'll put here. Mastodon will go first, because he morphs first. And then, see, it's like really shaky, but all right. So that's it. That's what it looks like. The Morpher with the stand. You could hear it shaking on there. I kind of wish it sat a little bit more, or like maybe even like clicked in a little bit. But you know, it's obviously going to be sitting on a shelf and not inside of my shaky hands. But this is pretty neat. I like how it displays the coins, because when I display my other Morphers, I have no way to really display them in a good way. So yeah, I really like this. This is pretty neat. So good job, Hasbro. Another good one. I like this and the dagger. I think these came out great. Awesome. Okay, so now let's talk about what many of you have been waiting for, which is the difference between the other Morpher releases that we've received. Now, mind you, I have customized my original ones a little bit, and I'll tell you what I've done to them, because they might look a little different. But right off the bat, you can tell that the Hasbro Morpher is huge. It is gigantic compared to the other ones. So, if you're not familiar with the other releases, these are the ones. This is the 90s Morpher. It doesn't come with this holster. This is a mold of the Japanese holster, because the original Zyuranger Dino Buckler came with one, and since the American toy didn't come with one, there are people online who, you know, through their own skills can mold these, so I bought one. This is the Bandai Legacy Morpher. And again, I've customized both of these, and I'll show you what. And you'll see that what I was saying earlier, the holster looks very similar to the Hasbro, and this is obviously the Hasbro, the one that we've been looking at this whole time. When it comes to things that I didn't customize, I said earlier that the coins on the 90s and the Hasbro Morpher are kind of similar. Let me tilt them a little bit so that the light isn't shining on them like that. But these are very chromy, very shiny. The Legacy, they made them more, I don't even want to say that they're a matte finish, but they're definitely more dull and they're more rusted looking. And they did that, I'm sure, on purpose. These actually are, like, if you watch the Zyuranger footage, especially in, like, I think it's the first episode where they're receiving their medals, and they're putting the medals in the Morphers, it actually looks a little bit more like this. But again, I do like these. They're, I don't know if the camera can really pick it up, they're similar colors. This is a little bit more gold than this one is. So, let me just show you real quick. This is, again, the 90s Morpher. Let me take it out of the holster. Now again, this holster, this is a mold of the Japanese toy. You'll even see some typeface that I can't read. It doesn't have anything on the back. Mine, I think the original one did have hooks on it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't own it. But, so, when it comes to customization, this doesn't come with the original 90s toy. So let's put that aside. So this is the original 90s toy, and it is so light, and it's so tiny, and it's one of my favorites. A, because it is the original prop that they used on the show without these black lightning bolts for a while. It's so light, it's easy to kind of, you know, again, when you're playing with it, it's easy to kind of like throw it around. And again, I customized this Morpher. I received some decals from PD15 Decals, and I put the Zyuranger stickers on here. So it normally said Power Rangers, but the interesting thing about this is that it actually said Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers upside down. This toy, when it was released, was upside down. It's got the red button, so I got the right side up stickers. You know, I put the other BD15 decals on the back of this, because this toy, again, also had nothing on the back, not even these. So these are all stickers, and these are more accurate to the Zyuranger show, the original Sentai. When you open this up, no matter what coin you have in this toy, that's what it does. That's it. There's no different sounds, there's no different colors. Oh, and I didn't mention this earlier when I was playing with the Hasbro one. The original lens is red. That's another thing to think about. So, yeah. Okay, so that's the 90s toy. Now I'll take a look at the Legacy. Now, this is really heavy, and that is the main reason why I do not like this. I like the Legacy Morpher for a lot of reasons, but I also don't like it for a lot of reasons, and one of them is the weight. It's way too heavy, especially to wear. Like, to actually put this on your belt and wear it around, it's like carrying a boulder on your belt, and it's just very uncomfortable. So when it comes to the customization, I put the Zyuranger stickers on here. This Morpher came right side up. I even put the BD15 decals on the holster itself, because these don't normally come there. So, I don't know, I was just going through a Sentai Zyuranger type phase, and I wanted my Morphers to say Zyuranger instead of Power Rangers on it. Let's take this out. So with the BD15 decals, you can get a set that has a decal that goes right there. Now, on the Legacy, again, let's just get this in focus. This is also a sticker. I put this like shiny Z sticker on here that was very hard to put on. If you want to watch me, by the way, put these decals on, you can. I have some YouTube videos. I'll put it up in the corner so you can check that out. These stickers weren't. Oh wait, you know what? I think these were on here, but I covered these with newer BD15 decal ones. So that's that. The other thing to mention about this is that there were different releases of the Legacy Morpher. There's a few of these. And they are a little different. The coins are a little different. This is, I believe, the second release. It might have been Target or Walmart. The original one was Toys R Us. It wasn't that much different, but the coins were a little different and the lights were a little bit different. So I'm just going to open this up and show you what this looks like. So already you'll see it's got different lights. The lights kind of dance around the coin a little bit, and it plays the theme. But just like the 90s toy, the coins don't, oh, there you go. The coins don't really do anything. The coins don't change the sounds or anything. They all just play the same thing. So that's the Legacy Morpher. And again, this is one heavy Morpher. So now, since these are around the same size, if I bring these up closer, look at how much thicker the red ring is on the Legacy Morpher. When it comes to dimensions, it's probably more accurate. The red ring on this is very thin, and the lightning bolts take up a lot more of the chromey area, the actual Morpher itself. On the Hasbro, they're kind of thin, and you see more of the plastic. It's funny, now holding these in both hands, my right hand is already, like, getting tired. My left hand is not, and that's how much lighter, even with the holster, this thing is. And that, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I kinda like this better. Yeah, I think this one looks nice on a shelf, definitely. I mean, the chrome and everything looks really good, but the Morphers weren't chrome. They just weren't on the show. They were more like this, and that makes me like this one a lot. You know, I really wasn't expecting this, but I actually like this one better. I'm saying it. That's it. That's it. I like this one better. I like this one better than the Legacy Morpher. Especially if I received this as a kid, and, you know, I'm playing with this for a little while, and I notice no matter what coin I put in it, it doesn't really do anything. And this one, it does. Oh, let me show you that other thing. So, I was talking about the button on the back. So this is a button. When you push this, watch what happens. The coin comes out. So now, what's annoying about playing with this is when you're actually gonna morph and you go like, when you go like this, I'm not gonna do it because I'm actually afraid of it coming out. Your finger, if you do it too hard, your fingers will hit that button, coin pops right out. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people at cons, or even the Rangers themselves when they're doing like a morph for their fans, where the coin just comes shooting out of the Morpher, and I really don't like that. Yeah, so that's it. But, do gotta say, this came with batteries, and this didn't. So, you know, not a huge deal, but something to think about. Something to think about. That's just, I'm sorry, but these are just too big, man. I should just wear this all the time. Whether I'm going to a con or not. Just wear it all the time so people know, hey, this is me. So guys, I gotta say, this is an incredible discovery for me. This is a very unexpected unboxing, in my opinion. I did not think I was gonna like this as much as I do. I love how the coin changes the colors and the sounds. I love how light this is. I love how it comes with a stand and that you can display all the coins. You know, I really thought that I was gonna harp on the sizing of the stickers and everything and the way that that's designed, but in reality, that's just not really that big of a deal when it comes to everything else that this Morpher does. Again, I'll compare it to the Dragon Dagger unboxing I just did. They're different than Legacy. Obviously, this is a different toy line, but they just do more things. Who doesn't want it to do more things? So I think that that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you have anything that you'd like to say, any questions about it, maybe there's things that I didn't discover. I know because on the Dagger, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm sure I still haven't really uncovered, or songs I've learned how to play. But yeah, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you'd like to see more of my unboxings, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You could also follow me on social media. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you soon. Be good, and may the power protect you.